Hi, this is Vijay and I'm recording this video still firmly placed in my house and obeying the lockdown instructions. I hope you're staying indoors but still watching the markets. Do not take your finger off the pulse of the markets. I'm receiving a lot of feedback from you guys and I love hearing from you. It keeps me going. These videos are for you and they are supposed to be tailor-made as per your requests. A lot of guys have asked me as to why I begin my videos saying I hope you're monitoring the markets and do not lose the pulse of the markets. What is meant by it and what is the message that I'm actually trying to drive home. If you know me long enough, you would know that I seldom say anything that is unnecessary. And even this phrase, do not take your eyes off the market, keep your finger on the pulse of the market, has a great deal of behavioral finance connection to it. Let me tell you a mythological story. Lord Indra, who was the king of the gods, the Hindu gods, one day got very angry with mankind and in a fit of rage actually cursed man and said, "You will be denied of rainfall for 12 consecutive years." Now that is a pretty tough curse to lay upon anybody at all. Without water, no hope. When mankind heard that there was going to be no rainfall, some went into depression, some basically had what you call a sort of a orgy of celebration before they died. Here was this one farmer who actually got down to work, started plowing his fields, and when he was asked what he was doing, he said, "I'm preparing to sow seeds into my fields." The others, especially the village headman and the other elders of the village, actually started questioning his sanity, and they asked him if there was a deeper meaning in what he was doing. His answer shook everybody to the core. This farmer said, 12 years is a pretty long time, and if I was to take my eyes off farming and I start to celebrate like you, or maybe become very morose and glum like you, chances are 12 years from now, when the rainfall is expected to return, I would have forgotten farming. In that case, it'll be tough for me to feed my wife and children once the rainfall actually commences. I know that I'm sowing seeds into the earth which will yield no harvest, but I do not want to fall out of touch with farming. Lord Indra's wife was touched by this farmer's sincerity. Being a wife, she could not question her husband's authority, and yet at the same time, she was intent upon helping mankind. So she asked Lord Indra whether he would forget the art of making rain if he did not make rain for 12 long years. Lord Indra was a little taken aback and his pride was hurt. He replied back that I am the king of the gods and I never forget. So his wife kind of goaded him, as women can. Why don't you see if you're still in touch or still in practice? Lo and behold, Lord Indra made it rain. Guess what? The only guy who was prepared for rain was the farmer who didn't want to get out of touch with farming. Since he was the only guy who had sown seeds into his land, his farm, he was the only guy who reaped a harvest. Similarly, right now, many of my friends are fairly depressed. After 20th April, when crude oil prices went into negative, many brokers have stopped transactions in crude oil, some even in natural gas. There are many restrictions. SEBI itself has raised margins exponentially, and there are many entry barriers to trading. A lot of people are feeling disheartened and have suddenly stopped tracking the markets as eagerly as they used to barely 2 months ago. In my humble opinion, that's a mistake. This state of affairs is not permanent. Sure enough, in a short while, maybe weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, who knows, markets will come back to normal. I'll tell you a reason why. If you go back in time and think of 2014, when the ISIS stormed into the international geopolitical stage, beheading people in front of cameras and causing a flutter. Every time there was some similar video clip on television, the markets would fall. And guess what? After a couple of weeks, the markets kind of brushed all the negativity away, and the ISIS failed to have an impact on equity or any other market indices. Either we'll find a cure for corona, or the markets will simply brush it away. And then what? If you're out of touch with the market, would you know what to do? This is a question that you need to ask yourself. Which is why I always begin by saying, I hope you're watching the markets and keeping your finger on the pulse of the markets. Stay alert. It'll soon be time to start making money all over again, just as we used to, provided you stay in touch. Before I sign off from this video, let me remind you to click like on this video if you agree with what I'm saying. In the comment section, do let me know what you think of this video and what you would want me to record next. Do not forget to recommend this video to your family and friends and help me spread the cult of knowledge-based investments and trade. Also, Equity Master is on Telegram with the handle Equity Master Official. Do join me there. I keep posting 2 to 3 posts every day, Monday to Friday, and I would love it if you could read my posts. Please take very good care of yourself, your investments, your trades, your family. Stay happy, stay indoors. Till we meet again in my next video. Vijay Bambwani signing off for now. Thank you. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.